There have now been 26 workers there testing positive for the coronavirus. Newsheader Maine's Don Kerrigan is here with the story. Don.
Hi, Cindy. It is the first big construction site that's had this problem. The CDC said today 11 of those workers are from Maine, but others who have the virus are from New Hampshire, Rhode Island, North Carolina, and even Wisconsin. They don't yet know how and where the outbreak actually began. A big outbreak at a construction site is a big worry for Maine's construction industry, but an industry leader says it is not the only one. The Augusta construction site has been temporarily shut down because of the COVID-19 outbreak. It's the first at a Maine construction site since the pandemic began. But Matt Marks of the Associated General Contractors of Maine says the case has definitely gotten the industry's attention.
Every time we hear something, we try to adapt and learn. But overall, I would say this, that the industry has been quite successful since March. You look at even a company like Chimbro, they're working across the United States. And I know they've adopted best practices.
Unlike some other states, Maine never shut down construction, and it has continued as an essential business. Mark says companies have had to make lots of changes, social distancing, hygiene practices, smaller work groups, that have all changed how job sites work.
What this really means is that you're taking a group of people who generally work as a team. I mean, it's one of the things that attracts people to construction is that you like that team or that camaraderie you have with your peers. And, I think, there's a lot of new, younger folks there and older veterans who are all working together. And this is different. So this requires constant modification by everybody, constant reminder that this is a different and new challenge.
At the Chimbro site in Augusta, the CDC says a number of workers had come from other northeastern states to work in Augusta. And because they're essential, they don't need to quarantine. But finding the source of the outbreak, said Dr. Shaw, will be difficult.
Although the construction site has been identified, there's also the possibility that many of the individuals may have been congregating together outside of the site. So we don't even know if the construction site was definitely the area in which transmission occurred. Those are the types of questions that we're looking at and answering.
Matt Marks says all the companies in Maine will want to know those answers and whether they need to make changes. But at the same time, he says, Maine's construction industry is worried whether it will still have work to do. He says average work hours have dropped 10% over the past month.
That's concerning, but beyond that is really the fact that we're starting to see jobs halted, whether it be the owner not seeing that the actual project is relative now to the economy, or that municipal projects who had funds coming in, for the third quarter starts or even 2021 are saying, we don't know what our revenues look like. Those numbers are gaining every day.
Maine construction businesses have spent years recovering from the 2009 recession. And Mark says they're all worried those gains could be lost. And Matt Mark says the state just recently reached a total of 30,000 construction jobs. Back in 2008, before the Great Recession, it was 32,000. Pat, back to you.